Okay, how's it going, everybody? I hope you're all doing well. Okay, so in this episode, I want to try to very briefly say something about the philosopher Hannah Arendt and what it is she has to say about the importance of keeping promises. I think it's really interesting and important stuff. Okay, so let's just jump right into it. Okay, so why are promises so important for Arendt? Well, you see, for her, if you don't make the past and the future a part of the present by remembering what you said to someone and intending to follow through with it, then basically you allow unpredictability and meaninglessness to rule. Maybe another way of saying this is that what making a promise to another person does is it redeems the future by keeping the hope for it alive. Or to put it yet another way, basically what making a promise to someone does is it preserves the past. And so it ensures that the future is reliable, that it becomes something that you can count on and be there for you. A promise builds a bridge from the present to the future. Okay, well, so obviously then, breaking a promise does the exact opposite. It denies the reality of the past, and so it denies the hope of any future. What it does is it collapses all bridges. So for Arendt, making promises relates us to the future in such a way that it creates for us, as she says, islands of certainty in the midst of a larger sea of uncertainty. In fact, Arendt says that making promises is actually the greatest remedy for unpredictability. And what she means by this is that without being bound by our promises, we would just be wandering all alone, aimless and in the dark. Actually, you know what? What Arendt is saying here reminds me a bit of what the French philosopher Alain Badiou says about love. You see, one of the things that he thinks is fascinating about love is how it is that something that starts off as chance, as something wholly contingent. You know, you meet somebody randomly, out of the blue. Well, how that turns into something that seems held together by necessity. Something that takes on the appearance of destiny. In other words, how can something that was at one time so arbitrary and unpredictable now become so steadfast and guaranteed? Well, like I said, Badiou's answer here is somewhat akin to Arendt's. That's to say, I don't think he uses the word promise too much, but he does use similar words like fidelity. In other words, what he says is that this transition from chance to destiny requires a resilience that's only possible through things like fidelity and commitment. It's through fidelity, in other words, that we defeat the randomness of an encounter. Well, you know, maybe this is part of love's secret. The chance encounter is great, but it's the promise to commit and to love that turns a whimsical and an unpredictable beginning into a love that now takes on the appearance of a shared destiny. Into a love that looks as if it had been necessary all along. You know, in the Old Testament, the Song of Songs, it says there that love is as strong as death. Now, it's a great quote, right? But what does it mean exactly? Well, who knows for certain? But it does make me think of what Arendt and Badiou are intimating here. And that is that to promise and to commit and to love is empowering. It's to take fate into our own hands, and so to assure that we remain hopeful and equal to life's vicissitudes. As the author of the Song of Songs suggests, love is really as close as we can get to creating permanence in a cosmos marked by death and destruction. Bye for now.